This week's rain and snow kept our meteorologists busy, and several of you wrote our team with reports and questions. News 5's meteorologist Casey Dorn is pouring into one question he found particularly interesting.
Today's story comes from a longtime viewer. He set up two rain gauges side by side, but measured a different amount of rain in each. He wanted to know which one is accurate and how to choose a good one. We have a digital rain gauge on our studio's rooftop. Digital rain gauges like this one have a bucket inside of them that tips over when it gets full. The bucket can hold a certain amount of water. When it tips over, it triggers a switch that sends a signal to this computer to add that amount of rainfall to its total. And at our station, it also tells us the rain rate by measuring how long it takes between bucket tips. That's called an automated gauge. The other one is a manual gauge, which is just a long tube. The gauge has marks on it to measure how many inches of rain have fallen. Manual gauges are the worldwide standard for measurement. Manual or automated, location matters. You can see that our weather station is not blocked in any direction. No trees, buildings, or other objects are between it and the sky. But that's not the only reason two rain gauges can have different readings side by side. To use a simple example, let's take a look at these two mugs. This one is narrower and shorter, and this one is taller and wider. The taller and wider your rain gauge is, the more accurate the measurement will typically be, because it's going to be less affected by wind and other issues that can affect the measurement from a smaller or narrower rain gauge. Here's how you can maximize your rain gauge accuracy at home. First, choose an approved gauge. A standard one is 4 or 8 inches wide. It includes a measuring stick, an overflow can, a collector funnel, and a measuring tube. Then choose a good location. Your gauge should be level and as far as possible from any obstacles that could block rainfall. It should be placed to avoid wind, and it should be mounted high enough from the ground that water can't splash into it. So if you're interested in getting a rain gauge, I've included a link to the KOAA's website in my web article, which is the National Citizen Science Network of rain gauges. And as always, if you've got a weather question you want answered, send us an email at weather@koaa.com. Meteorologist Casey Dorn, News 5.